The Saline Solution presents Naked, the podcast series that pairs it all: real life experiences, how they were dealt with, and the lessons learned. Facing the person in the mirror always makes us check ourselves, accept our past, and guides us to make the decisions that are best for our peace of mind. Are you naked? Here's your host, Saline Griffith. This podcast is for adults 18 years and over.
Hey y'all, welcome to season 4 AA on the screen, Yeah, we told you that we were doing some modifications to the Naked podcast, and I'm so happy to be right here with you, seeing you, well, you seeing me, something like that. And thanks to Villa de Amaya for letting me use their beautiful space today because, and you're hearing the frogs in the background because, yeah, guys, what's up when you're in the bush? But anyway, season 4 is here and I'm so excited. Thank you for your patience. I know it's been a few months, and when you're creating, especially when you're coming from a very authentic place, you have to take your time. So I did. And I went through quite a bit of shit too, so I was gathering content. Let's just leave it like that. Anyway, thank you so much for pressing play. I am so happy to be in this space with you, the visual space as well. You know, you can find us on Spotify. You can find us anywhere that you get your podcasts. And you can still find us on YouTube. So happy to be in this space. So we're kicking off the season 4 with I Almost. Now this topic speaks to the things that I always almost accomplish. And it's starting to get to me now because I think it's time at 45 to start making some strides. And when you see you're almost accomplishing shit, and it's some little thing keeping you back, whether it's as yourself, and most of the times it's just me because I have a real good tribe, but most of the times it's just me. I almost had a fucking relationship. That's what I started off this season with because that's the thing that really keep me back too. After 17 years, you all know the past 3 seasons I would have spoken about relationships and the casual ones, the good ones that I had and whatever. This one was promising. And I didn't see that there was a possibility that it couldn't happen simply because I wanted it. But why I said I almost is because I know that it could have worked, but you cannot expect people to be on the same plane with you, and I needed to understand that. So that was my lesson in this whole hot 4 months of a relationship. I just had to realize that people want what they want and they can change. You now have to really beef up yourself, beef up your character, not let your emotions take over the intellectual part of your brain, but really balance the two because you really need to, they have to work in tandem when you see you're dealing with other individuals, right? And even yourself, the way that you react to certain situations. And whilst things may not go the way that I wanted it to, what I've learned about myself, and I'm so happy for that, my mindset has changed significantly. I'm a bit calmer now. Many people may not agree, but I'm a bit calmer now in terms of how I approach certain situations. And it is also to say to me that you have to be in control of you in a situation to be able to influence the outcome. All before that, I would get all excited, or I've realized that when I get too excited about something, it doesn't work. And being in that relationship proved that shit to me because I was all in and I really, really thought it was the one, only to realize it didn't happen. And I wasn't surprised because when I think in hindsight, even throughout my childhood, teenage years, early 20s, everything that I get excited about and I'm all in about it, it tends to just not happen. How do I fix this? I don't know how to fix it. But I also don't want to put that negativity out there in the universe because I know what my fucking purpose is. I know I have a purpose here. So obviously, it has to do with the mindset. Yeah? So why I call it I almost shut down, but I'm not ever going to give up. I know that. I know that. And I know I'm not alone in all of this because look, Adele. Oh my God, Adele. Big show planned out in January to start up her residency in Las Vegas. And guess what? 24 hours before it was time for her to do it, she canceled everything. And realizing that people could really, you have to know yourself, especially when you want to deliver quality, right? And it's not just about the quality, if you want to be authentic. And I said that before because Adele canceled the whole residency, and I mean, it's all about making your money at the end of the day, but she canceled it because she wanted to deliver quality to her fans. She had a huge concert in London the other day, and of course got very emotional when she started back because she couldn't believe the sort of a reception she would have gotten, or that her fans were so understanding as well. And that really did give me a bit of courage as well to start back the podcast because every single fucking month that passed, I was like kicking the tin up the road, kicking it. And I said, Celine, you are always accustomed to procrastinating. Why am I not getting the zeal to start back this podcast? And I almost threw the towel in. But I listened to my own podcast and it gave me even more confidence to go forward. It even taught me lessons, things that I spoke about before. It gave me lessons, right? So I just want to encourage you today as well. If it is that you feel as though you're failing at life, you're not failing, what you're doing is falling forward or failing forward. Because at the end of the day, we need to understand that adversity teaches us who we are. So, adversity, we tend to look at that word as something negative, but you have to use it to your advantage. And things may not happen the way that you want it to happen right now, but at the end of the day, rest assured, what is planned for you is definitely going to come through, right? And you get little snippets of it from time to time just to give you that reassurance that it's going to happen. Whether it is through a positive word from someone or the way that you network with people, things may not happen like immediately. But let me tell you, at some point in time, you're going to feel as though you're spinning top in mud and then bam, just like that. So just keep going. We have to keep going. The pandemic really screwed us over, especially those of us in the creative industry, media, that kind of thing. But you gotta hold on. I remember school time. I did common entrance at 10, and I passed for El Dorado. I wanted to go where my sister was going, but my principal was like, let her go back and repeat it. Let her go back and repeat it. I'm pretty sure I shared this story with you already. And I don't know why I went through school with that what if. So to have that what if going throughout your life with, what if I'd gone to convent? What would have been the turnout with me in terms of my academic qualifications? I mean, I did pretty well at school, but in terms of my approach to learning, my approach to school, what would have been the outcome? It's only recently I said to myself, Celine, it is what it is. Just start from here. Wherever you are, just start from here. You got to grow from where you planted. You ever hear that before? Yeah, man, we hear that plenty times. Almost. I almost got married once, but I had to break that off because that was that was some issues. But anyway, I knew myself there, and that's a good thing about it. I really, really was comfortable in who I was there to make that decision, and it wasn't a matter of feeling as though I almost got married. I didn't look at it like that. I said, I chose me in that situation because I knew where it was going, and I know myself. I oftentimes say I prefer my 20s. I would prefer 20-year-old Celine because she was so focused. She knew exactly what she wanted to do, but for some reason, somewhere along the line, I got a little derailed and I just lost focus. I think even now at 45, I think I still really know for that. But at the end of the day, changing course with career and all that kind of thing, it helped me to be a little more authentic with myself. Accept the feelings at some point in time, if you know what I mean. And when I talk about I almost, when I say I almost gave up, it's not just about the podcast. I almost gave up on my career. I almost gave up on, I thought I was a horrible mother as well. When my children don't come and talk to me as I would like them to. But I've realized that it's not just me. I'm fortunate that I have a village. My children grew up with a village, and if they feel like confiding in their aunt or whoever, so what? Because these are people that I know that they're safe with. So that really did change that perspective, that mindset as well. And that alone time, sitting down alone and going through the different events in your life, and you realize that you really didn't fail, You really didn't fail. It was a matter of recalibrating, one, the mindset, and also recalibrating how you will act in certain situations. Yeah, and I nearly lose one of my real good friends, because she tell me if I put on any more weight, I know she friend again. That bitch. But she was right. When you reach in your 40s, you really shouldn't just let yourself go. And because of how my mind was working and I was going through certain things, I did let myself go. And yes, I still have on some weight now. You've seen it, huh? You've seen it. But it's all good. And for the purpose of health, we have so many illnesses in our family. And when you decide to let yourself go health-wise, that's a serious slap in the face for what God gave you. So please, I urge you all as well, take care of your health. Yeah, you will lose the weight in the process, but I'm feeling so good. Started back exercising. I see a little something lose now, boy. So it gave me the motivation. And that girl, she will sickening too, so yeah. So it really did lend to, I appreciate the fact that I have so much authenticity around me. People will tell me as it is. Old Celine would have been taking offense to everything. New Celine, talk your talk, shoot your shot. How I respond to you is based on how you are to me, right? I'm not going to take everything and just run with it. But you had to respect my boundaries as well, because I'm not taking shit from anybody anymore. For too long I did. Because, you try to please everybody, this imposter syndrome is a real serious thing where you feel that you have to do whatever you gotta do to get by. No. Stand firm in who you are so that you know when it's time for God to bless you, you know why He's doing it. And all of us have real blessings to get. So this one is a short one because we have real thing to talk about for the rest of this season. I'm so excited. And again, thank you to Villa de Amaya for giving us this little space with all of this natural sounds in our background. And also to Kevin Lee of Extocracy for filming. And of course, thank you so much for that. To Chrissy, my little sister, she did my face. I got the beat from her. Thank you so much. And to Jesse from 5-6 Music Studios for editing. Thank you so very much for that, Arian and the crew. And guys, next episode, I'm going to have a guest. I'm going to keep you posted. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check us out on Spotify, Anchor.fm, The Saline Solution on Facebook and Instagram, and all of that good stuff. So in the meantime, continue to be a good human. Much love. Bye-bye.